Zoe, this is a really easy chocolate cake to make. Great one to get the kids to do. There's no mixing with the machines or anything. It's all done by hand and with a whisk. Now, to start with, I'm going to measure out 1 cup of my favourite thing, sugar, white caster sugar, my favourite thing in the whole world, and I'll just measure it straight in there. There we go.
Really?
Well, it's one of my favourite things.
I
Put that in there.
was.
Pork is what I could put some pork in here, and I'm going to add one free-range egg straight in there like that, and then I've got some yogurt. You love this?
Nice, lovely.
You could use sour cream, but I've got 150 grams of yogurt here. I'll just tap that on the side, make sure I get it all in there. I love this, handing it all to you. I've got 1/4 cup of vegetable oil straight in there as well. I wouldn't use olive oil, extra virgin olive oil, too strong. Yep. And I've also got some vanilla essence here, some real vanilla essence with a little vanilla drops in there, or little black spots in there. And what I'm going to do is add the coffee as well. I've got 1/4 cup of coffee in there. So half a cup of coffee,
necessarily give this to the kids then?
Well, maybe not with the coffee, you could take it out. But by the time this cake cooks and bakes, I mean, there's so much sugar in here, the kids are going to be running around anyway. So what I'll do is give that a bit of a whisk, make sure all the little bits and pieces are all mixed in and broken together.
You can smell the coffee, can't you?
You can, you can. It's great. Now I've got some cocoa here. I've got half a cup of cocoa, and I'll just start mixing that in, and just make sure I get all the cocoa in there. Now, Zoe, I'm going to get you to grab that sifter there.
Yes.
And I've got the flour there. I want you to put 1 cup of flour, so it's a half cup measurement there. So 2 of those half cups, and sift them straight in here.
Beautiful.
And I'm going to get you to grab the baking powder and the baking soda.
Put them in as well.
I've got 1 teaspoon of baking soda and 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. So throw that in. I like to sift them together, Zoe, just to it makes it mix in nicely. You can see I'm just whisking it around here. Look at that, sifting it in. It makes sure that there's no impurities in there and all the lumps are taken out of it. There we go.
It's going everywhere.
There we go. And just those last little bits there, make sure they're out of there. Perfect. There's white stuff all over the place. Now, Zoe, in front of you is some Cointreau. That's a bit of an adult flavour. You can
adult only.
A great way to do it. You could add a little bit of orange zest if you want a similar sort of flavour. And what you do is just mix that around. I'll just get you to pour.
How much would you like?
What do you think about a capful? That's about it. Yeah, beautiful. And you mix that around, and you can see there's not many lumps in there at all till it's all mixed up. I mean, this will keep the kids busy for a while, wouldn't it? Keep them mixing around. But you know, whenever kids are doing it, you end up with chocolate everywhere, and you just. That's delicious.
He does love chocolate. He says it to me all the time.
Can we add some more chocolate? Can we do some more chocolate recipes? That's what I'm always saying. And I give that whisk a bit of a tap like that. Now, I'll get you to grab that cake tin.
And why have you got it with aluminium foil?
Well, I was talking to a mate of mine. He said, Richo, what if I didn't have any baking paper? Well, a great alternative is foil. You can put that into your cake tin. I just spray it with a little bit of the olive oil in a can. You can put that in there, or brush it with butter. Thank you for holding that. And all I do is with my spatula it out of the bowl, making sure you do leave a little bit of mixture in the bowl to have a little bit of a taste later on. There we go.
I thought there must be some great little method as to why we leave a bit in the bowl, so you can eat it.
So you can do this, because while the cake's cooking, you need some nourishment. That is good. Now, this will go into the oven, Zoe, at about 175 degrees Celsius. It'll take about 25 minutes to cook. I'll test it with a skewer to make sure it comes out nice and clean. Of course. This has got to go into the oven, and then we'll make the ganache later on to put over the top of it. I can't believe how much chocolate we're going to have in this cake. In it goes. Zoe, the cake's cooled down nicely, a nice square shape, and you can see my cream has just come to the boil.
Yes, okay.
What I've got is a cup of cream here. So I've got my beautiful chocolate here. This is dark chocolate, and I'll pour that straight into the cream here.
For you.
That'll be nice and healthy, isn't it, at this stage?
Wow.
So just stir that through all the way around like that, and all these little bits of chocolate start to melt and
He's a very happy boy right now.
Good chocolate will always be nice and shiny when it's warm, and if you temper it, which is what they do with couverture chocolate, I mean, this is a similar way of doing it, I suppose, or a quick way of doing it. Just mixing it around like this, it makes it nice and shiny. And this is the best part. I spoon it on, and you see I've got that big dimple in the middle of the cake, and what I do is I just sort of make sure I get it out with all this scraper here, and then I'll put it down like that, and then with my palette knife, I'm just going to spoon it around, just around the sides here. If you want, you can get fancy and do little shapes on the top of it, but you know what? I'll just have a taste of this ganache. Exactly what I like. Now, I'll just cut a piece out through here, and we'll take this little slice out of the middle. I just want you to have a taste of that luscious chocolate with a nice, soft, moist cake. I like it when it's actually nice when it's molten like this.
It actually makes it feel a little bit more indulgent.
So you keep talking. I'm just going to keep eating cake. This is delicious.
You know, Adrian, it's not bad. I've got to say, it's pretty good actually.